Hello and welcome. How to have a full-time job and also being an indie game developer. So this is what the video is all about. Let's jump right into it. My name is Toby Preacher. I'm a hobbyist indie game developer. I'm creating a game called Oh My Zombie, and today I want to talk to you about how I do time management for my indie game dev project. So one of the first steps for me was to find out where I have the most unproductive time of the day, and I found it out that the most unproductive time is in the evenings when you sit in front of the TV watching some kind of show or film or whatever. So I tried to avoid that and instead doing game development. But it turned out that I can't really focus after a hard day at work. I can't be very creative in this way, and I have my problems with that. So I took another turn, and I started to stand up early in the morning. And at the moment I'm standing up at 5 a.m. in the morning, and first of all I'm doing some kind of workout I have to do for my health. And this takes about a half hour, and after that I make some breakfast and get a shower and everything. So at 6 a.m. I'm ready to start game development. Actually, I'm sitting down on my computer, starting all up the software, and start painting or scripting, whatever needs to be done. So this can be kind of hard. And in the beginning it was, and sometimes it's still. I found out that I have to be very disciplined about it. I was searching for some kind of advice how to build habits that help me to get my stuff done. And so here are a few things I want to share with you, and maybe that's something for you. So I'm using the most, it's scientifically proved, the most productive and creative time of the whole day, the first 2 hours of your day, and I'm using that to get my indie game development done. And after that, when I go to work, I've already worked, depending on my shift, between 2 hours or 1 hour, sometimes a half hour. And so I already have done a lot of work, and how to get the same kind of effectiveness in my main job and not letting anything down there. So I'm kind of living the same model on my full-time job. When I get to work, I try to avoid distraction. So I find out distraction is one of the most core problems that I have. It's getting away my focus, and even a notification on my smartphone can distract me a lot and pull off my focus. So I'm putting my most important task, or the task where I have to concentrate most, like doing this SQL statement that will make my life easier at work, or do some kind of configurations that need to be done very properly and correct, and where no mistake is allowed. So I'm trying to do this in the first 2 hours of my working day. After this 1 or 2 hours, depends on what I'm doing, I try to get a short break. So I'm not a smoker anymore, so I make a cup of coffee and get on the balcony, get outside, let the wind blow in my face, and trying to get my thoughts clear. And after that I sit down and do some kind of random work where I don't need to be so focused, and later on I will have a second phase in my working day where I will concentrate again and do some stuff that requires a lot of attention and focus. And that way I found out, for me it works out very well. So I'm doing, depending on the shift I have, I'm doing 10-hour days, and I don't have to feel that my productivity goes down anyway. It is actually increasing. So in order to get up that early in the morning, I need to get to sleep very early in the evening. And that means for me not sitting down on the couch and watching television, but going into bed early. And so I'm getting the amount of sleep I need, and I need that. In my case, it's about between 8 and 7 hours. I need that to be refreshed, to have the energy of rolling 10-hour days. There's no glory about it, by the way. And yes, it requires some kind of sacrifices. So I'm cutting a lot of my free time where I was doing stuff that's not so important, or hanging out on Facebook or Instagram or things like that. I cut this. So that's the kind of thing I'm doing, and I still have to learn on it. And I think there will be things that can still be improved. But this works out very well. There's one thing I want to make clear at this moment. You're not able to do this anytime. So if you really can't focus anymore, or if your body tells you this is too much, I'm getting too much stress, you have to take 1 or 2 days off and do nothing about the game dev. Of course, you have to go to work. But trying to reduce this kind of stress level, and as you're refueled, then you go back to it and do it again. So sometimes I have very stressful phases on my main job, and then I take off a whole week sometimes, and where I'm doing no game development. It hurts me every time I'm doing this, because I want to make some progress on my game, but sometimes it's not possible. But if you're doing about 90% every day this kind of method, then it's totally okay and totally fine to take a few days off and refresh yourself and get new energy. So in the weekends, I'm not working on my game. This is my kind of free time or zone I want to have for myself, for my family, where I'm not caring about that stuff. So this is where I refresh my power and get energy again. And now it's Friday today. I'm pretty exhausted right now because I got 5 days where everything worked out well, where I had a great progress on my game. But of course now I'm tired, and so I will take a break now and do nothing about it at the weekend. But you will be amazed how much you can achieve and how much you can do if you cut the unnecessary things and if you're getting rid of distractions. I just want to share this. I'm not saying this will work for you in that same kind of way, but you can try. I think there are a few things you can try out, and maybe it's fitting for you. But it is also hard. So let's be honest about that. Doing game development beside a full-time job is hard, but it's totally worth it if you have this kind of passion for it, and if you like to do this, and if you love what you're doing, then it's totally worth it. And it makes me really happy. Even if I'm exhausted, I enjoy what I did, and it makes me proud of what I've accomplished. And there are a lot of sources out on the internet where you can learn how to be more effective, how you can become a high performance person and everything like that. And I searched for a lot of these things because I noticed that I have to learn about it and find some kind of way how to get good and better at these things. And I'm happy that I can share it with you, and I hope it will help you in your kind of situation you are, and it will help you to get more effective at what you're doing. So my name is Toby Preacher. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.